Today we look at a crisis that has been building for years with serious consequences. U.S. President Donald Trump recently signed an executive order against South Africa, making a bold move that could change global politics. But think about this. When was the last time a powerful country openly threatened to move people out of another democratic nation? This action is unusual and could have major effects on international relations. To understand the situation, we need to go back to 1913, a key year in South Africa's history. That year, the white minority government passed the Native Land Act, which took away land rights from black South Africans. This law allowed only 7% of the population, leading to decades of racial inequality and eventually apathy. Now, even after 30 years of democracy, landowner is still unfair. Less than 10% of the people own 72% of land. In December 2023, South Africa passed a new land reform law to fix this issue. However, despite what some media reports say, this is not a sudden or violent land grab, like what happened in Zimbabwe. The law has three important rules. No land will be taken unfairly. Most landowners will get fair compensation, and the process will be transparent and legal. So why did Trump act now? The answer has to be with the global politics. South Africa is an important country. It is the only African member of the G20, a key member of BRICS, and has a growing influence in Africa. Trump's reason for stopping aid to South Africa over land reform is not just about protecting landowners. It is part of a bigger struggle for power, including competition with China and South Africa's stance on Israel. In 2022, South Africa sent $11 billion worth of goods to the U.S., while China invested over $10 billion in South Africa. That same year, if the U.S. distances itself from South Africa, it may push the country closer to China, shifting the balance of power in Africa. The situation became even more tense when South Africa took Israel to International Court of Justice, creating further division in global politics. Another key player in this issue is Elon Musk. Born in South Africa, Musk has been vocal about the country's policies. However, a group called AfriForum, which represents Afrikaner nationalists, has also influenced the U.S. government's view on South Africa. In 2018, they convinced Trump to take their concerns seriously. And now that Trump is back in power, in the political spotlight, their campaign has restarted. Musk's financial support for Trump's reflection campaign adds to this connection. AfriForum claims that white South Africans are being targeted, but the independent reports, including statements from white South Africans, say this is not true. Crime in South Africa affects all races, not just white people. This suggests that Trump's executive order is more about political and economic interests than real human rights concerns. While some critics say South Africa's land reform is based on race, the government insists that it aims to fix historical injustice and create opportunities for everyone. Many of the lands being exploited will be used for public projects like schools, hospitals, and housing. Even some white South Africans support fair land reform, acknowledging the country must correct past inequities or inequalities. Trump's decision raises a big question about the U.S. foreign policy and how domestic politics shape international actions. As the world watches, one thing is clear: South Africa's land reform is not just a local issue, but part of a much bigger global power struggle. The outcome will not only impact South Africa's future, but could shift Africa's international alliance for years to come. Donald Trump's latest stance against South Africa has sparked debate about global politics, economic partnership, and political strategies. Some people believe he is taking a strong stand, while others think this is just another political move with serious consequences. What do you think? Trump is making the right decision, or this is just a political drama? Let us know in the comments below. If you find this discussion useful, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to Ahead News for more updates on global issues. Stay informed, stay with Ahead News.